So far in this series, we've made 2 necklaces and 2 pairs of earrings, but we haven't made If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm Vicki. If you're coming back, thank you for that too. We're going to make a bracelet and a pair of earrings. Well, I'll show you a recap of the original necklaces that we started with and what it looked like after I took it apart. I'll show you that up next before we get started. And do know that I have a playlist set up in the channel for Avante Jewelry, a playlist called Agate and Howlite, so that if you're finding this video before you found the other 3, the Agate and Howlite playlist will be at the end of the video, so you can go back and watch all 4 videos. I never know when you're going to see my videos. All right, let's get started. I don't know if you remember, but at the very beginning, if you saw the first video, I also have these, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these. I'm going to have to think on that. I've been focusing on the stones, but we haven't made a bracelet. That's what I'm thinking about in this video, making a bracelet. Just taking one of these stones and making a bracelet with it. This one is the one that had a lot of translucency to it, and this one had kind of like scratches in the stone. And then I have these 2 and not a whole lot else. But if I'm going to choose one of these, I think I would go with this one. So let's set these aside. Let's get a bracelet board out. This is my bamboo bracelet board that I like. I'll scoot it up so you can see. It starts over at 0 up to 9.5. I mean, I'm thinking about making a bracelet that's about 7.5. So I'm just going to lay it about here between like 3 and 4. And we have this and this. So let's just take a round bead. These are 8mm. Put one on each side. And then one of these faceted oblong beads. Maybe another round bead. I think we can keep this pretty simple and still make a pretty bracelet. And it's not going to take very many beads until we're at the length that we want. I mean, we have to allow for a clasp. So I'm going to stop there. I might even eliminate these last beads. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then let's use some bead string and wire. I have some 49 strand. This is 0.018. It's just in a silver color. And let's see here. We set this one up to 9.5. I'm just going to add a few more inches. Better to have enough than not enough. Let's just add the beads and see how they look. And I'm just going to keep a clip on one end and add the beads. And you probably know that the larger the diameter of the bead, the smaller the circumference. So that's why I don't really know, just because it's linear a certain length. I don't know if it's going to turn out to the 7.5 that I'm going for or not. Now I do have 2 little 4mm beads left, and I could put one of these on each side of the oval stone. If my voice is a little bit off today, well, it's because it's a little bit off today. I don't know what's going on. But let's pick up again here. Pretty easy. I'm going to get another clip. Okay. We actually have about 5.5. We'll probably have about 3/4 of an inch for a clasp. I'm thinking about a toggle clasp and still working in the copper tone colors. That's what we used on everything else in this series or collection, if you will. I know, I just know. If we put this in one of these circles, it's currently less than 6. Let's put it in the 6.5. And it's not going to be perfect because the stone's not going to fall perfectly. But let's just take a look. Based upon this, we have a ways to go. So I guess I will add back in 2 of those beads. How close are we? I'd say that's pretty close. However, I would like to finish with a round bead. Right now, linear, we're at 7 inches. Make sure the clip's on here really well so it doesn't slide off, and let's just give this a try. I'm about a 7.25, 7.5. You can see here we've got about a 1/2 inch to go, and so it probably will work out just right. It's just that I kind of wanted a smaller bead at the end here. I happen to have a few copper beads, copper tone if you will, because I'm not 100% sure if they're solid copper or just copper tone. So I've got those, and I might have some smaller ones in here. I'm looking here. I know I've got a couple of crimp beads. I don't think I'm going to be using the magical crimps that I used in the other videos. I think I'm kind of over those for this bracelet. These are just regular crimp beads that I can flatten. But what about a small round bead in the copper tone? I really, really, really need to buy some more copper tone beads. If you're enjoying this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And keep watching. There's more. But let's continue with this. These are larger whole beads, so I pretty much expect the crimp bead to want to fall inside of here. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I'm looking around on my table to see if I have any small beads that would work. I'll tell you what, I'm going to check my stash and I'll be right back. I found a tube of 6/0 check glass beads that have a copper tone. They're glass beads. And I think I could, oh, I didn't want that many. I think I can put one of these at each end. What I'm trying to accomplish is prevent the crimp bead from falling inside that last bead, the last metal bead. Let's see what we can do here. I have this little glass 6/0. And then let's go ahead and pick up the crimp bead. I'm just going to end up flattening that tiny little bead. We have a toggle clasp. Let's put it through the loop on the ring part of the toggle clasp. Just slide this through, the wire through the little crimp bead. Push it down. Need some flexibility there. And this time we are just going to flatten it. We are not going to be using the magical crimp tool. Not using that today. I used it in 2 other videos and I'm still so-so about it. So I'm just going to bring the crimp bead down. I hope you can see that. The crimp bead, the wire's not crossed over itself. Trying to prevent that. And I'm just going to flatten that. That's all we're going to do. Flatten it and check it really well. I'm tugging on it really hard. It's not going anywhere. And we don't need it this long. I want to tuck it through a few beads, but we most certainly don't need it that long. Let's push all the beads down. Make sure the wire's inside. Now where are we at though? It says 8. Well, let's put it on 8 and see what it looks like. Again, it's kind of hard because of the size of the focal point bead, the oval, but I think we're going to be okay. I think we will be. Find out here. Okay, let's pick up this other crimp bead, go through the loop on the bar part of the toggle clasp, come back through the crimp bead, and we're going to go ahead and come through the glass and the metal bead. Just using my chain nose pliers and get a hold of that end, just like so. And then just work this, pull on the wire, the end that you need to pull on to tighten this up. Push the beads down, pull on it a little more, push the beads down. I'm going to push the crimp bead down too. Give it a tug. I mean, we do want some flexibility, but we don't want too much space, too much wire being shown. Let's go ahead and check this before we crimp that or cut that off. And how are we going to find out the true size of it? Well, we're going to put it on a bracelet cone. I'm going to turn it around so you can see the back. Look what we have, 7.5. That's what I was going for. Of course, it's not going to be adjustable because it's a toggle clasp. I'm going to tighten it up a little bit, but I do want flex because when you go to put it on, you've got to be able to get it into the loop part of the toggle clasp. So I think I'm ready to flatten that. I guess I could use these pliers. Before I cut that off, can I even possibly get this on without any assistance? Yes, I can. And there it is. Okay, got it on. Let's go ahead and finish cutting the wire. I do want to check it though. I flattened it already, but I want to check it as well. It's good. It is good. Just gonna get in there as close as I can. Got a little bit of a tail there. It's hard sometimes to get it trimmed as short as what you'd like. I'm trying to tuck it into the other bead. Or I might be able to just take scissors to it. There, that's a little better. And we have our bracelet. Look how easy that was. I'll have a link for my supplies. In fact, I'll probably have a QR code on the screen here to take you to my Amazon store for Avante Jewelry, where you'll find my supplies. I forgot something. I pulled out a heart charm and a little jump ring. Let's add this to the ring part of the toggle. Just a little charm. There you go. Now it's done. Here's our bracelet, a one-of-a-kind bracelet, and I don't think you'll find another one like it. So I was just thinking, should we make some earrings to go with the bracelet? Why not? We still have some beads left here. A couple of those, a couple of round beads, trying to find the ones with the most veining on it. And we need a couple of head pins, which I have right here. And let's see, I think I have to put a small bead at the bottom to keep that from going through. And what color did I use here? What color I used that? So let's get a couple of these. Oh goodness, they always come out so fast. Just need 2, oh maybe 4. Let's pick up one and then go through the oblong bead, add a round bead, another one of these, keeping it simple. I didn't add any spacer beads or other findings, so I'm just going to make these to match the bracelet. Need a couple of ear wires. Push the beads down. I just put my thumbnail there and bend that at a right angle. Trim this down to about 3/8 of an inch. Wires flush. I kind of pull towards myself as I roll back, and then I turn it around and close it up. We have a nice loop. Same thing here. Push the beads down, bend it, trim it. Wires flush. Pull towards, roll away. Close it up. Nice loop. And you can either open up the loop here or on the ear wires, whichever you prefer. Just open that sideways. Can't believe I almost wrapped this video up and I hadn't made any earrings when obviously I had the beads left to do it. I'm like, wait a minute. I saw another opportunity. We could probably make another bracelet or 2 with what I have left. Yeah, I bet we could. Just how many videos do I want to make in this first series? That's the question. Okay, here's our bracelet. Here's our earrings. How easy was that? And this will be listed as a set in our eBay store. Let's take a look at everything that we've made in this 4-part series for the Agate and Howlite upcycle, starting with 2 necklaces. Let's recap that and then take a look at everything we've made. And remember, there's a playlist at the end of the video, so if you've missed one of the 4 videos, just click on that playlist and you can go back and see the other videos. And be sure to vote. And how do you vote? You just vote in your comment. Let everyone know what your favorite or favorites are. As you know, my videos are for inspiration. I make these videos to inspire you to get into your own bead stash, your own findings, and have fun. Just take these ideas that I share with you, run with it, and make it your own. The jewelry that we made, find it in our eBay store, Avante Avenue. At the end of the video, I'll have a playlist for this series, the Agate and Howlite series. So in case you missed one of the videos, you can go to the playlist and find any that you may have missed and watch them. I hope you enjoyed this series that I put together for you, the upcycle of the Agate and Howlite beads. I had a lot of fun making it, and I appreciate you watching it and voting for your favorite or favorites. Thanks for watching. I'm Vicki, and I'll see you in the next video.